Tyler Ramos. Tyler Ramos. Tyler Ramos. Tyler Ramos. Tyler Ramos.
Here we go, yeah. At the top of the class on a roll, hey. And it's time to run it up, yeah, you know, yeah. Maxed out, put the pedal to the floor, yeah. On a roll, here we go, here we go.
What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Frankie Candles live stream every single weekday right here at 5:45 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, right after ATB. What is going on, Candle Mafia? Thank you all for tuning in. I appreciate every single one of you guys for spending your precious time with the Candle Mafia, here to just do 2 hours of TA every single weekday at 5:45 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You guys know the drill. We have an awesome show for you tonight, guys. We got it. We got the move that we were looking for, guys. This is exactly what I wanted to happen to the price, and it is what we were calling for, but it is just a little extra special today because this is what I wanted to happen. Even though sometimes I want one thing to happen to price, a lot of times, you know, we wind up looking at it like, I don't know if I'm going to get my wish. But we got our wish today, guys. So we're going to be covering kind of what we were looking for yesterday, why we were looking for it, and where we're sitting at right now, guys. Obviously, we're taking a look at Bitcoin. I'm going to let you know we are getting that little spill to the downside. Obviously, we were forming somewhat of a bear flag. We were talking last night on the live stream, kind of talking about how, what makes, everything always looks like a bear flag, right? I feel like every time I look at price consolidating, I'm like, looks like a bear flag. And it just always winds up being a bear flag. And it's like, I feel like it's a meme for me to call anything a bear flag because I always sound like I think everything's a bear flag, but they usually are. So we were looking at this yesterday saying, hey, this kind of looks like a bear flag. It was a super, super narrow bear flag, but it wound up breaking to the downside. We even got the bearish retest before that breakdown. So we're going to be covering those key levels, guys, because we are approaching extremely important support. Now, if we break this support level that we are approaching right now, guys, things could get super, super, super ugly, but we're not quite there yet, and we are starting to get some signals on the charts letting us know that we might actually get a bit of a move to the upside from these levels. So we're going to be taking a look at that. We're going over all the key levels, and we're going to kind of take a look at what we looked at yesterday. Did we get it? Yes, we did. Why did we get it? Why were we looking there? Why were we expecting price to break down? We're going to cover all that, guys. And at the end of the well, not the end of the stream, but about halfway through the stream, we will be taking a look at those altcoins. So not yet. Don't spam them just yet, but about halfway through the stream, about an hour into the stream, guys, go ahead and spam in those altcoins into the chat. Not now, not right now. 1 hour into the stream. And then we'll take a look at those altcoins. Obviously, we kind of been not looking at as many altcoins lately or yesterday because we did have our guest on. We had David from Sin City. Super awesome collaboration. But guys, big news. Tomorrow, we are collaborating with Tino from Traders Reality. He will be on the show tomorrow night at our typical time of 5:45 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I think it's going to be a really good one. I know a lot of you guys are excited about this one. So we're going to be asking him, who is Mr. Market Maker? And I'm curious to hear what he's looking at on the charts because I don't really get that much time to watch YouTube content. And when I do, guys, I'm going to be honest. If I'm watching a YouTube video at 2 in the morning, I'm not going to lie to you guys. It's usually a crypto video, but I don't watch that much crypto YouTube. But I have seen Tino's streams, obviously. He's super entertaining, super smart guy. And I'm really, really interested to hear about what he's looking at on the charts because he does look at a lot of different stuff than us. So super pumped for that. Get ready for that, guys. I know you guys are super pumped. We need a dump. Shout out to Indiana Candles. But, guys, without further ado, let's go ahead and say what's up to the CandleMafia. I think we got everything, I think we got everything out of the way here. Let's say what's up to the CandleMafia before we go ahead and jump on into the charts, guys. Who do we got? All right, let's see. Shout out to Ross Reynolds. Thank you so much for that super chat, bro. You're the man, bro. Thank you so much for that. I really do appreciate it. He says, been a while since I've been able to catch a live stream. Crazy busy at work. I've been using a bot and put in ranges. Frankie, what do you think of bots for ranges? Listen, I'll tell you this, Ross. Listen. To me, there's two kinds of bots, right? You either have like an algo bot that is trying to find good trades for you and take them. I steer very far away from those, right? If somebody had a bot that could find the best trades and take them automatically, nobody would have a job, guys. No one would have a job. It would take about half a second for someone to take a bot, make it super easy to use on a phone app, and then just turn it into a product, sell it to people. No one would have to work a job. We would all just print money. So I stay away from those. However, if you have a bot that you can set your own parameters at and let it know, like, hey, if this, and this happens, go long. If this, and this happen, goes short. If you could do something like that, I don't see why not, right? You're basically just telling the computer to do what you were going to do anyway. You're just not physically doing it. So if it's a bot like that, I could get behind it. If it's a bot that someone tries to sell me and they're like, hey, we make 150% a month. It's easy. I'm just going to be like, yeah, it's a scam. I've tried. Not a scam. They're not always a scam, but they're just never as good as they think they are. But yeah, that's kind of my thoughts. But if you have one that's just taking trades based off parameters that you set, I don't have a problem with that. I think that's pretty smart. But shout out to Ross Reynolds. I appreciate that $20 super chat, bro. Not a small super chat. So I appreciate that for sure. Shout out to Jason Smith in the chat. What is going on, bro? Wesley Morris, as always, good to see you, brother. Thank you for being here. Cody Hassenmeyer. Hopefully I got that. Hopefully I got that right. He said, got that dry powder waiting on the side for a big old dump. I want a fat dump. Let's go. Shout out to you, man. I want the same exact thing. But, hey, we are coming up to key support. Shout out. I'm not going to be able to pull it up, but shout out to, I don't know what their name, but someone was in chat and they said, hey, Frankie, you have awesome TA. I love the TA, but what you have to listen to before the TA comes is absurd. And I was laughing. It's just so funny. We say what's up to the Mafia every single day, and people hate it. But, hey, CandleMafia, I got to say what's up to you guys. You guys show up for me. I got to say what's up. You know what I'm saying? But I just thought that was funny because, like, new people probably come to the channel and are like, what does this guy do? Is he going to do TA or is he just talk to chat? It's just the first 2 minutes, guys. But, yeah, let's get a couple more people out of the way. Carlos, what is going on? Shout out to Panda Storm, Peter Post, Jonah, what is going on? Jonah Plainclothes. Woo, woo. Let's go. Shout out to you. Dave Digital in chat, as always. D Petty Crypto in the chat. LFG. D Petty, what is going on? I heard a little rumor. D Petty, a little birdie told me that you may be coming to the BitBoy Crypto Studios tomorrow for Ben's book signing. I heard it was like up in the air, maybe. I think Crypto Billy may come too. If you guys are coming, let me know. I'm going to get super pumped to meet you, D Petty. I met Crypto Billy. I met Crypto Billy before, but I'd love to meet you, D Petty, guys. Shout out to all our mods in the chat, guys. Show them some love. They are the best mods in the game, and I really hope I get to meet D Petty so I can hug him because he helps us out a ton, and I love our mods. You guys make my life so much easier, and you guys do a whole lot. You guys are not Hey, Boofo on the beat said, can't spell TA without chat. And I would not be able to come on here and do this as a job every day if you guys didn't show up. So, sorry. I know sometimes it's, people are eager to look at the charts, but I got to respect the Mafia, guys. I am nothing without the CandleMafia, so we got to say what's up to them. But we just did it. So without further ado, guys, let's go ahead and jump right into the charts. I was a little late on that cut, but that's okay. Hi, boys. Pulling some OT while I'm listening. Shout out to Wick589. Shout out to you, bro. Hey, little CandleMafia, little OT. Get a little bit of extra trading money while watching the charts. I love it, man. I love it. Let's get it. My son thought I was so cool when you gave me a shout out. You made me a cool dad. Shout out to Cody Hasmeyer. Hasmeyer? Yeah, shout out to Cody Hasmeyer. I don't know your son's name, but hey, your dad. Your dad is the man. Your dad is not just a cool dad. I know your dad personally. Your dad knows Frankie Candles, and he is not a cool dad. He is the coolest dad. So shout out to Cody and Cody's son. But guys, let's go ahead and take a look at what we got going on the charts here. Real quick, I do just want to start off. Let's go ahead and start off on this chart. Okay, so. No, guys, I've been getting lost in the sauce lately. I don't know. Where's the chart that I wanted to look at? I think it was here. Is this it? Is this it? Come on, somebody help me. Somebody help me. That's not it. We'll just show. Okay, this one will work. But, guys, let's go ahead and just jump on in without any indicators and just start. Actually, we'll look at Market Cipher B. But let's just go ahead and take a look at what we got going on. Obviously, guys, we are getting a little bit of a move down here. A little bit of a little baby wick down here. But as you guys know, right, we were looking for this extra move to the downside for a bunch of reasons that we're going to cover in just a second. But just covering the higher time frames, weekly red dot is printing for anybody who has not caught the streams. Yesterday, red dot is printing on the weekly time frame, a pretty bearish signal, to be 100% honest with you. Not, again, I want to be very clear, this is not a, yeah, shout out to Crypto Cowpoke. You inducted Cody into the Mafia. Yes, Cody, welcome to the CandleMafia. Your son could come too. He gets free admission. This is, I want to be very clear, guys. I'm looking at this red dot on the weekly. Now, I am not saying this is like some kind of rare bearish signal. It is a pretty powerful signal. Like, typically these do give us moves down. But like, this is not like we're getting a yellow X or a blood diamond, right? This is just indicating that we are a little bit overheated on that weekly time frame, and it may be time to cool off just a little bit more. And again, we are getting very close to some key support levels, and I'm going to be showing you guys that key support that I am looking at, where I kind of completely flip from that longer-term bearish sentiment to longer-term bullish sentiment, and I'll show you guys where I will be flipping to a bearish sentiment. There are some very key levels that we need to hold. If we cannot hold those, I will be expecting much, much more downside, but for the most part, the reason I am remaining bullish as of right now, because we are technically still maintaining higher lows and bullish market structure on the higher time frames, which we'll get a little bit more into in just a second. But continuing on, Creighton C said, what would invalidate that red dot? It would have to be a very, very, very big pump, in my opinion, right? We would just have to get a very, very massive pump. If we could pull up, break those 25K highs into that low volume gap up to about 28 to 30K, that would likely do it. But yeah, we would need to get some kind of a sizable pump here to get this to unprint. Now, it isn't confirmed, right? That is important to realize. We could get a big move up and unprint it, but we do have about 5 days left to confirm that dot, so it's not set in stone just yet, but I do just want to make sure that you guys know, like, this is not me saying, like, this is a rare bearish sign. It just shows that the weekly's a little overheated, so just understand that. Dixon, shout out to Dixon in the chat. What is going on, man? He says, Frankie, in the next bull run, when I'm rich, I'm going to buy the best dad ever. That's what I've always wanted. Shout out to Dixon. Hey, shout out to you, bro. You got the CandleMafia, bro. So it's like, it's okay. Frankie Candles will be the dad you always wanted. Anyway, shout out to Dixon. I appreciate you for being here, bro. Lick that like button. Red Pill America said it, not me. Go ahead and smash that like button, guys. Every 100 likes we get, you get a spin on the wheel of pain and pleasure. We're going for 850 likes. If we get 850 likes, guys, I'm going to say it. I don't care that you broke your elbow. I'm just kidding. I don't think anyone's going to get that joke. But if we get 850 likes and we hit our like goal, guys, I will give away something really cool. maybe some BitLab, maybe a subscription to the BitLab trading stack, potentially, maybe some merch, or maybe I'll give away a free month of the premium Discord, as I like to call it, the kitchen. Maybe we'll give away that, but we got to hit that 850 likes. We've been struggling on those likes so far, so lick it, kick it, headbutt it, touch it, creepily fondle it. If you don't know what that looks like, it looks something like this. That's a uncoordinated touch. Creepy fondle is what we call it. If we hit 850, I will spin that wheel 15 times, and I will do a big giveaway. Let's ask Mrs. Candles. Mrs. Candles just walked in. Should we give away, if we hit 850 likes, should we give away a month of free premium Discord, or should we give away a subscription to the BitLab trading stack? Okay. Mrs. Candles has spoken. She says a month of free premium Discord. So 850 likes, guys. We're giving away a free month of premium Discord to one lucky CandleMafia member. But let's go ahead and jump right back into the charts. So real quick on the weekly, red dot printing. We talked about that enough. 6-day red dot is also printing. Just got the thumbs up from Mrs. Candles. She's acting a little weird. I don't know what she's doing. But you want to show him a hand? Throw a hand in here. Creepily fondle my face. Come on. Okay, she doesn't want to fondle the face. Anyway, I got a shoulder pat. But guys, 6-day red dot is printing here as well. Again, not a super bearish signal, but more of just indication that we're a bit overheated and could get a little bit more of a move down. Which, if that is the case, guys, if these red dots are going to confirm and play out basically any more than they already have, we could be in for a move down, but we're going to find out probably by tomorrow, because we are approaching that key level of support. And if we don't, shout out to Joshua. I appreciate you, bro. But if we do want to come down a little bit more, guys, we don't have to go much lower to break that bullish market structure and potentially break down to much lower prices. And I'm going to show you guys those key levels in just a second. That's the hand from the Addams family. Dixon, you're hilarious, bro. Spicy shoulder pads. Wolfman ate my crypto. What is going on, bro? He hit me with a super chat. I appreciate it, bro. Thank you so much for that. He said, don't want to hear Frankie talk? Pause and wait 10 minutes. Why is common sense so scarce? If you can't trade your time for free TA, then buy premium Discord and just... then buy premium Discord and just look at the charts. He posts 24/7. Shout out to Wolfman Ate My Crypto. I appreciate that, bro. Thank you for the super chat, and thank you for being such a big part of the CandleMafia, bro. You've been here for quite some time. I would even maybe call you an OG. But let's go ahead and continue on. Ross Reynolds said sexual misconduct. All right, so 6-day red dot is printing. Shout out to Wolfman Ate My Coins, bro. I appreciate you, man. Thank you so much. Again, we're going to be taking a look at those key levels in just a second, because they are coming up pretty quick, right? But moving on down here, 5-day money flow starting to curve out here, right? This 5-hour money flow was one of those things we were looking at that was looking pretty good. Now, again, not the biggest bearish sign. The fact that we're starting to curve out here is definitely somewhat bearish. However, you want to understand that we could easily just kind of come out and then just make it may just be another higher low, right? We might just come in there, make another higher low before we cross into the green. But in the short term, it is coming out. So that is technically a little bit more bearish than bullish. So let's go ahead and continue on here. 4-day money flow is kind of flat, right? But again, this could easily come up to make a higher high. Not really much to take away from here. But let's see. Shout out to Satoshi Guacamole. He said, hey, Frankie, do you think there's still a possibility to hit a lower low for Bitcoin? Lower than 15K is what he meant. What percentage do you think is possible? I'll say this, Satoshi. Anything is possible. That is a 100% certainty, right? Anything is possible. I do think that there is a very good chance that the bottom is already in, guys. Would lean towards the bottom being in, but you have to understand that I am 100% aware that anything can happen, right? We could get some kind of crazy black swan. We could have something crazy happen in the world that has nothing to do with crypto that can bring us down lower. So just understand that. Again, I think the lows are in for the most part, right? But again, who knows? If we get some crazy black swan, if something something similar to March 2020 happens, you best believe that we're going to make lower lows. Like, there's not, just because someone on YouTube says the bottom's in doesn't mean that we are never going to make lower lows. You have to understand it's possible. But if I had to pick a side here, I do lean way more heavy to the fact that the bottom's in, right? I do think there's a higher likelihood that the bottom's in, but it's not impossible that we go lower. So there you go. My guess is that the bottom's in, but again, I'm not naive to the fact that we could easily come back down and make lower lows. So again, 85% is a pretty safe percentage. I would expect, if we come down 85%, that would be a pretty good indication that might be, even closer to the bottom. We didn't really get that 85% correction in this bear market yet, and we may not get it. Obviously, logarithmic regression, diminished returns. As the market matures, you deal with that logarithmic regression, which makes the moves up and the moves down less severe, right? So I was expecting this pullback in this bear market to be a little less severe than the previous about 85% that we typically see, and it wound up not being that severe. So if the bottom's in, it kind of makes sense to me. But again, if we do come lower, I wouldn't really start worrying until we start seeing super, super low numbers or super high percentage drops, such as like 90%. If we start going down like 90%, then it's like, okay, now Bitcoin's doing something it's never done before. Now it's time to start thinking about things. But someone said Tino from Traders Reality was calling for 8K. Yeah, I do know that. I don't know if he still is holding that or not holding true. I don't know if he's still sticking with that or not. But luckily, we'll be able to talk to him tomorrow and see what he actually thinks. But I'll say straight off the bat, not impossible to go to 8K, guys. If something crazy, I'm not going to say it on YouTube, but if something crazy in the world happens, best believe that even though, if you guys know what I'm talking about, if something like that happens, that big black swan, that those 3 words or two letters, well, there's two W's, guys. The big news that's going on that could be happening maybe one day soon. If that happens, I'm not saying it's going to happen, but if that does happen, just understand that although historically things like that have brought the market up, it does initially start with a massive dump. So just understand that. Anyway, continuing on here, I don't want to get too lost in the sauce here. Money flow's starting to come out on your 4-day, but again, too soon to really take anything of value out of that. Moving down to your 3-day, money flow's starting to flow out here. Again, you want to remember the bearish divergences are confirmed. One of those things that we were looking at yesterday, letting us know that we were likely going to get another move down. Now, remember, right? Now, those bearish divergences don't look so weird anymore, right? Because now we're starting to see some purple candles, right? So just imagine when we were a week ago, when we were looking at these bear divs saying, hey, if we do get a move down, it's not until after the move. When you look back at the charts, you're going to look and be like, there were bear divs on the 2, 3, and 4-day. Why did I not see that? Or we saw it, but you're going to be asking yourself, why didn't I just trust that? I know that divergences play out more often than not. So why did I not just believe it? And it's not until after price plays out that you realize this stuff, right? So like now you're looking back and you're like, we were all the way up here when we were looking at this bearish divergence. And it's like, it's really, that's one of the hardest things about trading is actually trusting your TA and acting off of it. But up here, you're thinking like, what if it doesn't play out? We just got this big move. What if we just push up again? Which is possible. But that 3-day bear div with money flow coming out on the lower time frames would indicate that, hey, this is likely going to give us a bigger move down, right? So just one of those bearish signals we were watching to indicate that we were going to get these moves down. 2-day bearish divergence obviously was confirmed a while ago. Money flow starting to come up a little bit here, so that would be somewhat of a good sign, but we would need this to come up a good bit to really start looking strong. However, the fact that we are getting a little bounce there with the money flow would be somewhat of a good sign. VWAP starting to roll back to the upside, somewhat of a good sign there. Showing that, this dump may be coming, right? And now I do want to point this out as well, guys. Look, right? If you just look at the price, right? We're coming down. We're hitting our next key level of support, right? This is a key level, right? If we're coming down to hit this level and you're getting that VWAP turning around, right? That's starting to show like, hey, maybe we're going to hold this for a little bit, even if it is just for a short-term bounce. Coming down to our daily, guys. Money flow is basically continuing to come out here, but your VWAP is... It looks like it wants to reject here. I'm not going to lie. This looks like it wants to reject, but we're going to close. We're going to print another daily candle in about 53 minutes. When that does happen, we'll see. Are we going to come closer up to that 0 line and potentially print that green dot, or are we going to reject from that 0 line? We'll have to keep an eye on it, and yeah, we will see this. We'll check on that daily close to see what happens. But again, this is likely going to dictate what happens tomorrow. But once we get that green dot on the daily, I do think if we are going to maintain bullish market structure here and get a big move up, I do think that the next daily green dot is going to be one of the main things to look for. We're going to want that money flow to come back up, but we'll have to see when we print another candle here. Now, other news here today is we did have that 10-hour red dot printing. This was something I was looking at this morning, indicating that we could break down out of that bear flag. It is now confirmed, and it does look like we could start printing some bullish divergences here, right? Shout out to Alana R. Thank you for grabbing your membership, and welcome to the muscle. Shout out to Panda Storm. I see you in the chat. But looking here, guys, could be forming a potential bullish divergence. Way too soon to tell here, but on that 10-hour time frame, guys, we are starting to get a little bit of a higher low here. Now, again, this could easily come down and invalidate the bullish divergence, but if we get that VWAP to start rounding off here, could give us a nice bullish divergence with our lower lows on our price action and higher lows on our momentum waves, which will likely give us a big bounce to the upside. So something I am watching. Way too soon to tell if this is going to confirm or if it's not even printing yet, right? So you want to wait for that green dot to print and confirm before you're really thinking about pulling the trigger on anything. And obviously, none of this is financial advice, but taking a look coming down the time frames here, 8-hour VWAP starting to roll back over, but money flow is in the red, right? But same thing, starting to potentially look like we could be forming some kind of bullish divergence, which would indicate that we could get a little bounce here. Taking a look at your 6-hour, kind of the same story on a lot of these time frames. Your 4-hour as well, looking to potentially put in a bullish divergence. Again, too soon to tell, but it is looking like one thing to notice here is, yes, money flow is coming back out on your 4-hour, which is bearish. However, when you look at it in terms of money flow, lower high or higher lows, you can see here generally we are trending to the upside. You have a higher low, higher low, higher low, higher low, right? So we are still trending to the upside, which is good because money flow indicates that longer term trend, right? Our VWAP indicates the bing bongs, right? The money VWAP crossover, little move down. VWAP crossover to the upside, little move up, right? So you guys can see money flow, our VWAP crossover to the downside, we get a little bit of a move to the downside. Same thing right here. VWAP crossover. Where are we? Right here. VWAP crossover to the upside. What happens? Little move to the upside, right? VWAP crossover to the downside. Price action comes to the downside, right? But when your money flow crosses into the red, that indicates a longer term trend, right? So this is indicating that we are going to trend to the downside, right? So thinking of that money flow as the longer term trend, you want to understand that in the longer term, this is actually, although it looks like it's coming out locally right here, we are actually continuing to make higher lows, trending to the upside. So that 4-hour money flow actually doesn't look as bad as it does at first glance, right? But we'd have to wait for this to round off and become a higher low because it could wind up coming all the way down into a bigger red wave, which is not what we want if you want price to go up. Shout out to Cozy Babe, says, thanks, Frankie. Opened my eyes there on some Market Cypher B stuff. Hey, bro, let's go. Shout out to Cozy B, bro. I know it didn't make you money right now, but it will likely make you money in the future. So I'm going to throw a couple Benjis for you, baby. Let's go. Shout out to Cozy Babe. Yeah, that is important. If you have not watched my Market Cypher tutorial, guys, definitely go check that out on the channel. I break down what everything means. So if you want to fully understand how to read Market Cypher, that is going to be the video to watch. And just so you guys know, I highly recommend everybody goes back and watches all my videos. We have a ton of strategy videos and a ton of videos explaining and breaking down all the indicators and all the tools that we use. And I will just say, as we grow the Candle Mafia, as we become a bigger community, I will make updated versions of these videos. I'll likely come out with another Market Cypher A and Market Cypher B tutorial, just updated on the new set. It'll be similar with just a little bit of added extra sauce. But really, I just want to get these videos back to the top of our page so more people can see them. But again, just understand, shout out to Cozy Babe. If you want to understand even more in depth about Market Cypher B, definitely check out the videos that we have. I break it all down, and it'll really help you understand it. I think it'll really help you. But moving on here, again, putting in potential bullish divergences on a lot of time frames here, guys, at key support. So now let's talk about what we were looking at all week, or since yesterday, and all last week, guys. So I'm going to break this down because Somebody said it in chat. I forget who it was. It was like an OG. Someone said, who was it? Was it Cozy Babe? Or was it, who was it? I forget. Let me know in the chat who said this. I forget. It was someone we know. But the volume profile, they were like, is it me or are the volume profiles completely overpowered? They are complete crystal balls, guys. And if you've been watching the show for like the last just 2 weeks, you will know why we use this tool so often. It's because it works, guys. Now, we know. The reason we knew that we were, number one, going to come down to our value area low, which we did over here, but the reason we knew that we were coming down to this level, guys, was because as soon as we rejected this high, as soon as we rejected this value area high, this is where I was saying, well, we're rejecting that value area high. It is very likely we're coming to our POC, which again, we were looking at 23K, this macro point of control as our next target. We came right down to it, caught some beautiful scalp longs off of this in the premium Discord, right? And then we caught last week was wild, guys. We caught we caught the short down, we caught these scalp longs on the way up, and then we caught this scalp short on the way down. And I closed my short down here, but I'm sure some people held it all the way down. But the reason, guys, the point of this is the reason we knew that we were coming down to this level was because when we rejected the value area high, based off of how the volume profiles work, we know when you reject that value area high, you are more likely to get down to your POC and eventually move down to your value area low. Now, this is like one of the most common things we see happen, right? We call for a level, and I always say price action is messy, right? People always want to say, hey, what if we don't go straight down there? It's likely that it's not going to be a straight line, guys. You're going to reject here. It's likely that you're not just going to go straight to your value area low. First, you're likely to stop at your POC, which is exactly what happened. We got a nice little bounce, but we know this is the messy price action right here. We didn't go straight down to the value area low. We came down. We got a bounce. We came down. We bounced off the POC. Everyone thought it was going to $1 million here, and then we just rejected, bearishly retested the bottom of this range / local golden pocket. I'm going to show you another reason why I was pretty confident in this short, but we knew, right? This is the messy price action. You bing bong around, but we knew because we rejected the value area high, we knew it was likely to eventually come down to the value area low. And now, after days and days of waiting for price to get to our level and just praying, I hope the volume profile pulls through again. I know it's gonna one day not play out, but it's been good so far. And you just pray and you pray, and finally we've made it to the level. Through the messy price action, through the little fake out pumps, we just trusted the TA and expected to come down here, and we were sitting on our hands to wait to come to the bottom of the range. Sin City in the chat. What is going on, Sin City Crypto? Hey, guys. David, I had an awesome show yesterday. I had a blast with you, man. So shout out to Sin City Crypto. Let's go. Shout out to you guys, or as they say, hola. What is going on? But yeah, guys, I had an awesome show with you. I had an awesome time on the show with you last night, David. And I know the Candle Mafia absolutely loved it. So shout out to you guys. Thanks for coming on again. I do appreciate you. And thanks for coming to hang out and say what's up to the Mafia. We appreciate you. But we got to come by and we got to pop in chat more often. Shout out to Tony D. Yeah, we got to, that's on the list for 2023 is hang out on YouTube more. We're always recording videos and stuff, but let's spend some time and go say what's up to our YouTube friends. We got to do it. They always come to us, so let's go hang out with them sometimes too. Shout out to Sin City Crypto, guys. But that's how we knew we were coming to this level, guys. And again, it's not because I'm special or some kind of statistic wizard, or it's because we're using the volume profile. So, this is the most important tool, at least for me. I absolutely love this, and it makes price action absolutely as predictable as possible. So, and then obviously we were in this bear flag, and we were saying yesterday, hey, technically we did tap our value area low, but because we were creating this bear flag, I was saying I would really like a second push to the downside. I would, even at this point, if we start getting those bullish signals printing, I will be forced to potentially pull some triggers. However, I would actually like to come a little bit deeper. I would like to deviate out of that value area low into this blue box, potentially come tap this daily level, before actually getting that big bounce to the upside. But there is no guarantee we get down there. We finally got that breakdown of the bear flag, came all the way down here. So, if we don't come to that exact level, you can only hope for so much, right? Price isn't always going to listen to you, but we did get that second push down, which is exactly what we were looking for yesterday. Thank God. And again, guys, it is looking, because of the bullish divergences, starting to look like they want to print on a lot of time frames. They're not necessarily printing just yet. I think we do have one on our hourly chart. Yeah, technically all the way from back here. You do have massive lower lows on your price, and then you do have slightly higher lows on your momentum wave. So you are printing a 1 hour bull div right now. You can see you are starting to print that tiny little green candle, but your money flow is kind of coming out. This money flow is kind of coming out here. So not the strongest signal. I'd like to see some bull divs forming on some higher time frames to indicate this move to the upside, but you do have somewhat of snake eyes here. So hard to call here, but we are starting to get those bullish signals. Money flow doesn't look the best. I would really be looking for that 4 hour green dot to potentially indicate that next big bounce to the upside. And then as that 4 hour starts to move us up, that's where that daily green dot may start to print, giving you a little bit of backup on that bullish end, pushing you up just a little bit. So that 4 hour might give you a move up, and then as it starts to teeter out and get overheated, that daily green dot might print and give you a little extra help getting pushed higher to the upside. So with that being said, guys, again, none of this really should sound too shocking to you because this is what we've been looking for. Again, this is why I like the profiles, the volume profiles, is because we know, right? Like, we're just sitting at the bottom of our ranges here. We're looking for longs, right? We're looking for longs at these levels because we're at the bottom of the range. It's just simple, right? This is not the place to get overly bearish. But there is a place to start getting more bearish. And with that being said, let's go ahead and take a look at what that level is. So the most important level of support. Now, I did look at this yesterday on our live stream. We did look at this level, so it's maybe a little bit of a repeat for anybody that was in the stream last night. But, guys, the absolute most key level of support that we must hold is going to be essentially the bottom of this blue box right here. It is not only a 786 fib level, which is a very key level, right? It is also the value area high of our entire macro range, right? Right here, right? This entire value area, this entire big value area we have down here. The value area high is coming in at about $21,550. Now, again, not only that, you have a value area high, it's a 786 fib level, and it is also the high that we made right before that FTX collapse, which, as you guys know, we talk about this almost every single day. This is one of those key levels that we were looking to flip to support to remain super bullish, and that's how we were able to give the setup to go long in the premium Discord from this level. Because as we came down and tested this, we were saying if we get bullish confirmations at this level, might be a good place to go long because we would be retesting this key level or this key support resistance flip, right? So with that being said, this level is just as important, if not more important, than when we came down to it the first time. And the reason being is that if we come down to this level and we do not get a big bounce, we are likely going to break down into that value area and get accepted back into this area of balance. If we cannot get back above that value area high, that is where we're expecting a bigger move to the downside coming up to our next major key level, right? The reason this is a key level is because if we pull up our VPVR, I'm actually going to go ahead and hide this. I'll just hide this stuff and show you guys kind of the easier way to look at this. Shout out to Cozy Babe, said, I seriously need some CandleMafia merch. Hey, these hats are, guys, so close to getting on the merch store. We sourced everything. We are tirelessly working to get these on the store. But if you go to hitmerch.com, click on brands, go to Frankie Candles, guys. We do have a bunch of really, really cool merch. So yeah, go check that out, Cozy Babe. And yeah, maybe we'll have to, we'll have to make some stickers. These are from Crypto Pollo and Dave Digital. These are sick stickers. They did send us a bunch. So maybe we'll throw those into some giveaways. We'll give some away to the CandleMafia. But guys, again, if we get stuck below this value area high, right? If we get rejected from that value area high, likely we will see a big move down. And the reason I say that, is because, again, if we pull up our volume, our visible range volume profile, VPVR, as I call it, you could see, right? We do have a bit of volume here, right? So it's kind of hard to say. We may not get a quick drop through this big chunk of volume here, or we might. It's very hard to tell, but you do have a decent bit of volume here, so you may kind of grind your way down once you get stuck under the value area high. But the idea is you want to remember, when you get back inside of your value area and you can't get above the value area high, you're expecting, just like in this range that we just went over, once you reject the highs or can't get back above the highs, you're expecting to eventually work your way down to your value area low. But again, we know price action is messy, so it's likely not going to be, let me get rid of these lines. Oh, God. Hang on. Sorry, guys. I'll just delete it. If we do get back into that value area, guys, we know price action's messy, right? So we're not expecting price to just get rejected from the value area high and shoot right to the low, right? We are expecting price to come down. You might kind of bing bong around here a little bit, come a little lower, right? And then we have a key level here I'll talk about in a second. Maybe you get a bounce there. But eventually, guys, we are looking to potentially get a move down to that value area low once we get accepted back into the value area, which obviously we will keep you guys updated on 100%, right? But pulling our VPVR back up, I do just want to cover something here. You have this key level here, right? You might fall through when you have quick moves up, right? This quick move up happened because we got a quick move down here, right? This created a massive volume gap, right? And you can see, right? So you come through here, big move down, right? Then once you break that level again, very big move up. If we break this level again, we could get another very quick move down. But we do have a key level within that value area that is super, super important, and that is going to be the level right here at about, we'll say between about 19,400. I would say between about 19,500 and about 18,800. Really, $19,230, $19,200 is that exact high volume node. Or local POC from this previous range we've traded in. As you can see, if you pull this little local range, the point of control of that previous area of consolidation comes in right on this high volume node. We're looking at the same thing on different tools. It's not magical that they look the same, but I just want to hammer home here that a lot of times price, when you lose a value area, which this is right here, you are going to hunt out the next value area, which is in the macro right here. But price is going to naturally be attracted to points of control and previous areas of balance. And this level right here being that previous area of balance from back here, that point of control from this range, price may go and hunt out that point of control and look for some strong support at that level. Now, again, another reason this is a really important level is because right underneath it, what do we have here, guys? Nothing. Nothing but air. And this, if we don't get a quick move down to this level, and or regardless of whether this move from here to here is quick or slow, once we get here, I can almost guarantee you, and almost is the key word. I don't want to act like I'm speaking in certainties. We are talking about crypto. We are talking about a financial asset, right? That nothing is certain with this. Anything can happen. It's a game of probabilities. Finding the higher probability outcome and putting your bet on that side of the table. Now, because of this volume gap, guys, I can't guarantee you, but I would be willing to take a strong bet that if we break this level and cannot get back above this high volume node at 19,200, we're giving you the levels here. If you cannot get back above that level, guys, this is where you are likely to break into that low volume gap. And that is likely where the completion of that move from your value area high to the value area low will happen. You might get a quick move here. You might bing bong around up in here. But once you lose this level, you are likely to get a quick move through this gap to our next levels, which is the macro POC coming in at 16,800 and that value area low eventually coming in at $15,900. And if we get to those levels, guys, we will essentially be back at the lows here. And at that point, if we lose this value area low, it is likely that you will wind up seeing lower lows on Bitcoin. But we're very far away from that, and we have a whole lot of stuff ahead of that level that can wind up saving us, right? But Once we break that value area high, that will essentially give us bearish market structure, or it will break the bullish market structure on the higher time frames, right? So you can see we have a we have a low, a higher low, a higher low, a higher low. But if we come in here, we will have made a lower low, breaking that bullish market structure, which would make me kind of lose that bullish longer-term sentiment I have on Bitcoin. Yes, I'm bullish on Bitcoin in the long term. Like, I'm bullish on crypto in general. I'm bullish on Bitcoin. I think the price will go up over time. But right now, in the long term, meaning looking at the weekly chart, I am feeling bullish because of the bullish market structure. But once we break that value area high, again, coming in at $21,500, $21,600 in that level, right? Once you start decisively losing that level, that is where you're breaking that market structure on the higher time frames, and that is where I will start to lean towards some it essentially opens the door to much more downside for Bitcoin. So those are the key levels I'm watching, guys. But again, hopefully we don't even have to worry about that, because again, we are starting to get some of those potential bottom signals here at that key level that we're looking at. And, just taking a look at the BitLab indicators real quick here, guys, you can see on the 2-day, we are starting to get a bottom signal here again as that VWAP starts to roll back to the upside on Market Cipher. So we do have some signals here pointing to at least some kind of a temporary bottom. So I would be looking for potential bounces at these levels, but I would like to see the signals come up a little bit more clear. And then real quick, before we jump into the altcoins and the rest of the charts that we're going to look at, the DXY, the SPY, all that good stuff, I do just want to show you guys, I did shoot a video today talking about the best settings for Lux Algo. Now, I don't want to tease too much here, but I do just want to show you guys. I'm going to hide the TA here real quick. Actually, no, I'm not. I'm going to pull up the TA. One of the things on Lux Algo, guys, that I have really been using a lot, and I said in the video, I've kind of been using it as like a pacifier. I don't know if that's like the best way to say it, but essentially, I've been using the Smart Trail. The Smart Trail is this blue and purple. Let me hide it for a second. This blue and purple wave that you see is the Lux Algo Smart Trail. And this is something that I've been really relying on to find some really good entries into longs and shorts. And hint, hint, this is not what this video is about that we're releasing tomorrow. But this can actually, I'm going to make another video showing you guys how you can use the Smart Trail to get into positions after you miss the initial move. I know it's like a super common question I get, so we're going to answer it. And I'm going to show you guys how you can use the Smart Trail for it, because it's how I've been using it. But you guys will remember, if I just pull up this clean chart real quick, I'm going to go ahead and I'll just delete this all for a second, get rid of the, and then we'll pull up Lux Algo, right? So you guys will know that we were looking at shorts at our, a short that we took recently in the premium Discord. The only reason I bring this up is because the Smart Trail gave us like perfect confluence, and it was one of the things that was making me really make me feel like it was going to be a strong short. You could see with the Smart Trail, guys, typically just by looking at it, when the Smart Trail is purple, that in simple terms, this indicates it acts as dynamic support and resistance. So when you're below the Smart Trail like you are right here, it acts as resistance. You wick into it, you get a move down. You wick into it, you get a move down, right? So this is basically how it operates. And then on the flip side of it, when it's green, or in this case blue, I changed the colors, but when it's green, this is bullish, right? So it's letting you know that you're in a bullish trend, and you can expect the Smart Trail to act as support. And you can see you wick into this, you get a move up, you wick into it, you get a move up, you wick into it, you get a move up, right? So it's super, obviously it's never 100% accurate, but it is a very, very reliable thing that you can look at to get good entries and use as just a confirmation. So the example I'm using here is we got into a beautiful, beautiful short position in the premium Discord right here as we, I'm actually going to hide the indicators real quick. As we approach this local golden pocket, guys, not only did we have bearish retest of the golden pocket, but we also had a bearish divergence with our higher highs on our price action, with our lower highs on our momentum waves on Market Cipher. But you could also use the ultimate RSI. Again, this is not a regular RSI. This is Lux Algo's tweaked version of an RSI that makes it much better at giving signals sooner and getting you better entries, basically. But you could see we had, not only were we testing that golden pocket, but we also had that bearish divergence on your ultimate RSI with our higher highs on price action, lower highs on your RSI, right? And on top of that, guys, this is kind of how I use it as a pacifier, is if I wasn't looking at Lux Algo here, I'd be like, hey, golden pocket retest, bearish divergence, right? Maybe you're looking at money flow on Market Cipher coming out. You have other confirmations, and you're thinking, right, we also had this local value area low. When you pull this local range here, you guys will know we had this local value area low coming in this area. So we knew this, basically this whole area, this whole box here was a very good level to look for a rejection, right? So we came up here, that would be a place to look for a rejection. And then you go ahead and turn on Lux Algo Premium. Let me see where the smart trail is on the 4 hour. Boom, you turn it on. That smart trail is right in there. And now you have context, right? You're saying, hey, every time we wick in here, we do get a move down. So, even if I didn't have all those confirmations, I know that we're likely to get some kind of a move off the smart trail to the downside. So it just gives you that extra little, a little bit of bambino, gabagool, maragot, you know what I'm saying? A little bit of bing bong chutzpah to get into that trade, a little bit of confidence to get into that trade and ride it all the way down. So super useful part of Lux Algo Premium, and I believe it was pretty recently added. So anyway, that video comes out tomorrow, guys, talking about the best settings for Lux Algo and how I've made basically this setup. We go in depth onto the actual settings, but this Lux Algo setup is OP, guys. It's absolutely OP. So I'm going to start showing it more because I typically turn it on and off because I don't like to clutter the charts. But by actually changing all these settings and taking a lot off of taking a lot of the signals off of Lux Algo and just adding what I want, makes it possible to have all the key information on the chart without having a completely cluttered chart that looks like a mess that you can't read, right? Because too much information is bad information, guys. So I just wanted to spit that little sauce, guys. If you're using Lux Algo, don't sleep on the smart trail, and don't sleep on the video I'm going to post tomorrow, because the setup, the Lux Algo settings I'm going to show you in tomorrow's video is absolutely OP. I don't change any of the weights or any of the way that the indicators are calculated or anything like that, but I just have certain things on, certain things off. I change small things. I tweak some stuff, and it's super OP. So keep a lookout for that. And also, guys, you do know if you use our link in the description, you can get 25% off of Lux Algo, which Tony, shout out to Tony D, he worked out that deal. Sean was like, hey, we usually do 20%, and Tony D was like, yo, we got the CandleMafia, though. CandleMafia special, and Sean from Lux Algo loves the CandleMafia, so he's like, yeah, I'll give you guys 25%. But, guys, we actually... you can actually get 30% off now because they actually gave us a discount code, Frankie30. All capitals, no spaces, Frankie30, and you can save 30% off of your purchase. And there's a 30-day money-back guarantee. So you could try it for 30 days. If you hate it, you could just return it and get all your money back. So just wanted to point that out. We just got that discount code. It's not why I made that video, but I just want to bring that up for anyone who might be on the fence of Lux Algo. 30-day full money-back guarantee, and now you're saving 30% anyway. So if you wanted to check it out, there's no better time than now. Check the link in the description. But more importantly, watch out for that video tomorrow because it's an OP setup. Now, guys, let's go ahead and take a look at the DXY and the SPY really quick. The DXY has some interesting stuff going on, but while I'm taking a look at this, guys, go ahead and throw your altcoins in the chat. If you want me to take a look at your altcoins, throw them in there. Rob the Crypto Snob, Tyler Jordan, D Petty Crypto, Crypto Anon, Crypto Billy, Tony D. They'll all count up the votes, and they'll bring me the results, and then we'll start taking a look at the altcoins. But first, let's take a look at the DXY, because, baby, she's mooning, baby. But shout out to Crypto Avocado. Shout out to the avocados. Not the Aztecian Cactus Moss Water, but the avocados. Shout out to you, man. I appreciate that super chat. He said, do you put more weight and value on the weekly death cross or the daily golden cross? Good question, Crypto Avocado, guys. For anybody, yeah, Crypto Anon says Lux Algo's fire, worth the money. Yeah, that's my thing, is like the fact that they do a 30-day money-back guarantee seems like, when I first started looking for indicators, when I first started my trading journey, no one did free trials. I wish I had access to the free trial. The fact that they do that is, like, in my opinion, like if I were, that's like the smartest thing you can do. Like, because all indicators aren't for everybody. Everybody has what they like. If I like Lux Algo, that doesn't mean you have to like it, right? You could look at something else. Some people just look at price action. A lot of profitable traders just look at price action. So it's all based off of what you like to see and what works for you. But so the fact that like they let you try it, and if you don't like it, get your money back is ridiculous. Anyway, shout out to Sean from Luxago. But taking a look here, guys. Oh yeah, everybody wants to see Casper. Yeah, we could take a look at Casper tonight, no problem. The price, Satoshi Queen, I'm not 100% on the exact prices. Tony D, if you could go ahead and get some prices for her, that would be pretty dope. They have all different, that you could get monthly, a quarterly, a yearly, lifetime. I think they have all different memberships. So check, you can, Tony hopefully can hit you with the prices. Crypto Infinity says, Frankie, I will be taking a couple days off starting tomorrow. I will be in Cancun on vacation, but I will be watching the videos before I head to bed. Shout out to Crypto Infinity, bro. Have a good time in Cancun, bro. I haven't been to Cancun in a long time. Shout out to you, bro. Enjoy that. Enjoy that. And take some time off the charts. Okay. Enjoy yourself. Relax. Come back with some fresh eyes and then attack those trades, brother. But taking a look at the DXY here, guys, real quick. Let's go ahead to this chart because this is where we really got the sauce on the DXY. Let's show those levels. Now, here you go. Here you go. We were talking about this, guys. Now, we are getting into... I'm going to turn Lux Algo off for tonight because I don't want to, like, give away the OP setup here before you guys see the video. But here you go, right? This is our next level. This is the level we were looking at. I'm just going to cover this real quick, guys. On the daily time frame, it all started way back when, let's see when this was, all the way back in the end of January, right? All the way in the back of January, we saw that price was starting to get, or the DXY was going lower and lower, right? We had lower lows incoming, but not only that, we also had our momentum waves making higher lows on the daily, right? So we had it happening all throughout here with lower low, lower low, lower low, lower low. You had higher low, higher low, higher low, right? Got a little bit of a bounce and then dumped one more time. We were looking at that 786 fib level, looking for a reaction. We put in that daily, another daily bull div right into that level with our higher lows and lower lows, looking for that bounce into the golden pocket. We got it, and then we were looking for the flip of this golden pocket to support to potentially get on top of here and get a move up to our next level, which is at about 106. What is it? 106, 300, we'll call it. And they called us crazy. They called us crazy, guys. They said bull divs don't work on the DXY. They say there's no way you're getting a bounce off that level because DXY bull divs don't work. It's fake. You can't have a bull div on an index. Well, why did it bounce then? Why did it hit our level exactly and bounce off the daily bull div? And 106, 300 was kind of out of the question a while ago until you get this long snake-necked dragon formation. This is a very bearish formation for Bitcoin, guys. The long-necked Loch Ness dragon formation here. It's not until you get one of these big pumps up on the DXY. Now we're not that far away. Right? Now it doesn't seem so crazy, right? Sometimes you got to make bold calls and look like the crazy guy and just hope it plays out, and it doesn't always play out in our favor. But we were looking for this level, guys. Are we going to make it up there? It definitely seems much more probable than ever. So that is remaining our key level. But I just wanted to bring this up because, and the reason I bring you all the way back to the daily bullish divergence that we were looking at is because, guys, my hope is that you take that information and execute. My goal is that you take this information and use it yourself when you look at the chart. So when you look at the chart next time, you could be like, well, hey, I think that this is a key level. If we get a bull div here, maybe we go up to this next level. I want you guys to be able to do this on your own as well. So that's the reason I like to go back and cover what we were looking for and what happened, right? So update on the DXY, we have flipped the golden pocket to support and are now getting a straight move up to our next level, keeping an eye on that 106, 300 level. Yeah, and the reason we were looking for this, or the reason why we were excited, or I was excited to see this happening, was because I wanted that move back down to the bottom of our macro range on Bitcoin, which is exactly where we are right now. This is how you use the DXY to predict what Bitcoin's going to do. So there you go. I just wanted to point that out. Getting closer to our next level here. We're not completely crazy. It just takes time for price action to play out. But moving on here, taking a look at the SPY, you guys know that we were looking for some really specific things on the DXY, on the SPY as well. You guys know we were in this long downtrend here. Rejection, 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 breakout. This is bullish. We were looking for the rejection on the golden pocket. We got it. And at this point, we thought we could get a rejection off that golden pocket for a dump down here to not only retest in a bullish manner this trend line that we broke out of, which would be healthy, right? You get the breakout, bullish retest, and then take off, right? You did kind of get a retest there, but we were expecting the move up, rejection, bullish retest of that trend line, and also you have the point of control right here of this range right here. You have that point of control coming in here at about 393.89, and we were looking to come down to this level to potentially get a bounce, and you can't make it up, guys. This line, I mean, this is from when we drew it. We drew this line all the way from when we were approaching this golden pocket. We were saying, hey, if we could get something like a rejection from here and a bounce off these levels, that could be pretty bullish, right? And we are technically getting that bounce up here, but the question is, are we going to lose that POC? So the next important level on the SPY that I would be watching, the level we do not want to break to the downside, is going to be that point of control at 393.89. If we can hold this, we'll essentially could be in a situation where we're going to get exactly what we want to play out here. But again, we have to hold that POC at 393.89. So there you go. Not too much different here on the SPY. Hopefully we can get that bounce up. But again, once we break that POC, that's where I expect lower prices. And that would probably indicate if we break this POC and come lower on the SPY, it would likely mean that Bitcoin is breaking down back into that value area. That opens up the door to more downside for Bitcoin as well. All right, let's see. Let's see. Bada boom. Interesting. All right, let's see. Oh, Binance buying Voyager. Interesting. All right, guys, let's go ahead. Hey, mods in here. Let's go. Shout out to the mods. Hey, shout out to Wesley Morris. It's always good when Frankie Candles is on. It's always good when Wesley Morris is in the chat. Shout out to Tony D. Oh, Tony D put the discount code in the chat for anybody interested. Click that link in the description down below, and then just add that Frankie 30 discount code to get 30% off. And then Tony, if you could add that to the description, so the link and the discount code are right there. It might be easier for people. But anyway, let's continue on. DXY tweezers, maybe. I hope. We could try to go back and take a look at that. But let's go ahead. Rob the Crypto Snob says, show ETH. And guys, I do not have my Show ETH shirt on. So shout out to everybody. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at Ethereum, or Erythrium, as your grandmother might call it, guys. Let's take a look here. Let me know. Where's all my ETH people? Who loves ETH? I love ETH, guys. ETH is probably, I think ETH is going to be king one day. You think there's any new people in here ripping their hair out right now? Like, oh my gosh, guys don't know how to say Ethereum. I always like to say, I should start doing that, just dropping ETH, just say it a couple of times and not talk about it and see if anybody, Tony D says, description updated master. Okay, good. Now get back in your cage. I'm kidding. Anyway, I'm just kidding. Tony D is amazing. We don't actually hurt him here. But seriously, get back in your cage. I'm just kidding, guys. It's a joke. Tony's laughing right now. Or crying, I don't know. But yeah, I should just say F and then see if anybody starts roasting me in the chat. We'll have to we can't do it today because I just outed myself, but we'll wait a little bit. But anyway, guys, taking a look at Ethereum, kind of the same situation going on here, right? We are sitting right at actually, let me update this volume profile, extend it to the right. There you go, right? Sitting right at our value area low. Right? Sitting right at support. Not the time to get overly bearish, right? Even when you lose the value area low, it's not always a time to get overly bearish, because we know the way the volume profile works is that when you come out of your value area and you deviate out of the range, it is likely that you will get sucked back into your value area. The reason this is called a value area is because this is what's considered a fair price for Bitcoin, or balance for price, right? So price, the way you want to think of these is price likes to trade within the balanced area, right? So you have your value area high and your value area low. Price likes to trade within this blue box, right? Anytime you come up, it doesn't last long. You get sucked right back into your value area, right? So even if you deviate out of your value area, you are expecting to potentially get pulled back into your value area, right? So not the time to get overly bearish, guys. But I will say this. This red line coming in at $1,500 even, $1,509.43 to be exact. If we lose this level, guys, this is our key level of support. Turning on our volume, visible range volume profile, right? I'm going to come in here. I'm going to turn off our value area high, value area low POC, a little bing, little bong. There you go. If we lose this level, guys, and we zoom out, I just want to show you kind of what we're dealing with here. Turning off all the TA. $1,509 right here. I can't put the line because all the TA will come back. I just want to hide it. This is going to be a very, very key level of support. Why do I say that? I say it because, yes, we have a massive volume gap underneath this, very similar to the key level we're looking at on Bitcoin. The reason that's a key level is because we have that massive volume gap, and we will be getting accepted back into the value area. But for ETH, that $1,500 level is going to be key because once you start losing these levels, you're likely to fall through this gap, right? Look how quickly we ripped up through here. If we break that level to the downside, we could get that quick move down, right? So that is why that red level at $1,500 is so key, because once you break this, you're likely to fall into that low volume gap. It happened slightly here, but we did get a bounce off this level right here. Now, with that being said, guys, if we do wind up seeing that big move down through the low volume gap, kind of where I would expect Ethereum to go if we don't get sucked back into the value area and get a move back up to the highs, I would expect to break this level, get a quick move down. I'm actually going to turn on that volume one more time. Get a big move down. Right now we're in that volume gap, probably going to get a quick move down to our next key level, which is coming in at about $1,328 or $1,330, right? So you test that high volume node, and also this would be retesting the level that we broke out of right here before getting that big move up. So if we break that red level, I would expect something similar to what happened right here, where we would get a quick move down, and then this would be a key level of support to test. And you do have a high volume node here, as well as a bunch of volume underneath. But if you wind up getting a move back into this value area, this blue box, price comes down, we can't bounce off of here, and we come back in here, that's where you're expecting price to potentially get a bigger move down, all the way down. First stop would likely be your POC at 12.15, and then price could wind up moving all the way back down here to about 11.50 if we get accepted back into this value area. So again, we're a bit far away from that, and again, as we do our analysis here, or continue to do our analysis here, you will realize that we are getting very similar signals here on Ethereum, letting us know that not only are you at a key level of support, but we are starting to get our momentum coming to the upside, money flow starting to curve back up, your 2-hour money flow coming out. This 2-hour actually looks pretty ugly, I'll be 100% honest with you. But again, looking like you could potentially put in a bull div here on the 2-hour. So we are starting to show some signals that we could get a bounce off of this key level, which is our value area low. And again, once you get support on there, if we do get a big move up, you would be expecting to come back up to your value area high of the macro range, or this range right here, which does come in back up at about 1660. So there you go, guys. That's how I'm feeling on Ethereum. And again, you do just want to realize, again, finding support at the range lows, daily VWAP working its way back up here, and your weekly red dot is also printing. So just something to keep an eye on. All right, let's go ahead. Wesley Morris says overnight oats are fire. It's weird you say that, bro, because I literally just started eating overnight oats yesterday. Why did you say that? Did Tony D mention something about me eating overnight oats? Because that would be really weird if he didn't. Because yeah, very, very interesting. Dump in 10 minutes. Let's go. Shout out to Zakir. Let's get it, brother. Cozy Babe said chillin', lighting candles all over my house. Let's get it. Somebody said ETH pumping. There we go. Nice little oh, there you go. There's your star. I would not call this pump. I mean, I don't know. I guess if you're looking at the 10-minute, that's a pump for sure. But yeah, there you go. Could be a question is, yeah, we'll have to see what happens here. But yeah, definitely getting a little bit of a move up here. How's Bitcoin looking? Getting a little bit of a bounce as well. Did we put in? Yeah, you got snake eyes on your 15-minute. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. Is it a short-term bounce, or is this the bounce we've all been waiting for? All right, let's go ahead and continue on looking. No, you started eating them 2 weeks ago, and I want the ones you left in the fridge. Shout out to Tony D. Yes, I guess I actually did. I guess I actually did technically. I did technically start eating them last week because Tony D brings them in sometimes, and he's got an extra jar he gives to me. Very strange. Altar pinned. We'll update you as you go through them. All right, let's go ahead and see. We got H-bar on the list. Let's get it. Let's see. We will take a look at the Binance Tether US chart on H-bar. Let's see. Frankie turning bullish. Shout out to Flat Smack. Let's get it. Overnight oats is just a part of the collective consciousness now. Shout out to Jeet Corp. Check how it rejects off the 21 and the 55. Shout out to Drew. Shout out to Fakuj. Shout out to you, bro. Says, Frankie, how are you? You rock. Hey, Fokuj. I don't know if I'm saying your name right, but you rock, bro. Shout out to you. But taking a look at H-bar, guys. Taking a look at H-bar. Look at those yellow X's. Weren't we looking at H-bar yesterday? What did we think was going to happen yesterday to H-bar? I never know. We look at so much stuff. Like, I never know. Like, if we looked at this yesterday, were we thinking it was going to pump or dump? What do we think? Probably the same thing as Bitcoin. So we figured it was going to come down, I assume. But I don't want to put words in my mouth, if that makes sense. Anyway, just kind of taking a look here, guys. Very similar situation on a lot of these things, right? Sitting at our range lows, right? Sitting at that value area low. Looking like we could put in a divergence here, a bullish divergence on that 4-hour time frame is looking like it wants to form. Here you go. Higher lows on your momentum waves with those lower lows on your price action. That is a bullish divergence on the 4-hour, which is typically a very, very, very bullish sign, right? Usually, I don't want to say very, 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 but like it is typically would indicate at least some kind of a pump to the upside, maybe to come revisit that point of control. And then if you are going to get a rejection, maybe that is where you would look for the rejection. But 4-hour bull div looking to print. If we print and confirm that green dot, could indicate that we could get a little bit of a bounce here. And not only that, guys, you also do have your money flow starting to roll back to the upside. When you have your money flow momentum, right? Money flow, momentum, both pointing to the upside, and your VWAP pointing to the upside as well, could indicate, right? Probably pretty likely you're going to get some kind of a move. Question is, how big will the move be? Taking a look at your daily green dot is confirmed. So that would be a bullish puzzle piece. Money flow kind of starting to tick back up there. You are pretty oversold. It is a double green dot here. Taking a look at your weekly red dot was already confirmed. So maybe we saw this play out to the extent that it was going to play. 6-day, trying to find some more information here. Your 2-day money flow coming back up with that VWAP, guys. That sometimes can be very bullish. If you get that money flow crossover and that VWAP crossover at the exact same time, guys, could make for a move. Now, again, looking at your value area, hold support on the value area low, you get the move up to the value area high. You get your rejection at the value area low, you come value area high, you come to the value area low. And I will say it's typically not that clean, but sometimes it is, I guess. But yeah, again, looking at the context of your price, guys, looking at the context of the market, you're at the range lows. Again, not the best place to get overly bearish. All right, so taking a look here. If we do get a deviation from that value area, I will go ahead and try to find you guys a little bit of extra support to the downside. Let's see. Yeah, you have your 786 down here. I'm actually going to pull this a little lower. Yeah. Yeah. If you get another move to the downside, guys, I'd watch this red level right here at about 0.0568 cents. I'm going to go ahead and turn on that VRVP. And take a look at where the volume is, right? So, so you do have a little bit of a level here. This is kind of where your 786 was. And then you do have another level right here at about 0.0568 cents. So if you do get a deviation out of your value area, I'd look for a bounce at this level or a bounce at that level. If you are not able to hold these levels down here at about 0.0536 cents, I would look for a potential move down to your next somewhat of area, kind of. Yeah, I mean, let's see. Let's zoom out a little bit. Let's get a little more volume in here. Yeah, so super, super strong level right here. So, again, if you essentially lose this red line, that's where your volume gap basically down to about 5 cents even kind of starts. So I'm just going to draw a line right there at about 5 cents. So, yeah, if you do get a move below this level, I'd look for a bounce at that red line. But if you wind up losing your red line, bearishly retesting, that's likely where you'll see a quick move down to that next level of about 5 cents. And that is for H-bar, guys. But other than that, looking very similar to Bitcoin, finding support at that value area low, I'd be cautious of a bounce. All right, let's go ahead and see. Bada boom, bada bing. Dave Digital with the lollipop tongue emojis. Let's get it. Shout out to Dave Digital. Trey Blake in the house. Uncle Frankie's sauce now available at your local stores. And we have a special brand deal with 7-Eleven, guys. Frankie Candle sauce is now in all 7-Elevens. Shout out to New York. I'm just kidding, guys. I don't actually sell sauce. That's my mother. My mother makes the sauce. She gave me the sauce. I didn't originate the sauce. My mother made the sauce. You guys know this. Shout out to the 1,071 people still in here. I appreciate everybody for tuning in. I hope you guys are finding some value in this live stream. We're going to move on to our next altcoin. But before we do that, guys, go ahead and smash that like button. We're going for 850 likes. If we get 850 likes, maybe we'll give away a subscription to the BitLab trading stack or trading indicators, or maybe we'll give a month of free premium Discord away. So I don't know what it's going to be just yet, but if we get 850 likes, we will be giving away something bigger than just our typical crypto giveaways. All right, let's see. Let's move on to our next altcoin, FTM. There we go. A little bing bong. Let's see. Phantom Tether US. Let's see. Weekly. No blood diamond, unlike XRP. XRP's got that blood diamond on the weekly. Dave Digital said, when are you going to draw me for my premium membership? Shout out to Dave Digital. We'll root for you. Dave, you're the guy we're rooting for in the next giveaway. Let's see. Month of Discord. Shout out to Cozy Babe. Let's go. Okay. John Wick says trading stack +1. Maybe we'll have to take a poll for sure. But let's go ahead and continue. Yeah, Padawan, shout out to you, man. He says, I'm friends with 6 Frankie Candles. I guess that's why he gets so much done and is like everywhere. It's because there's 6 of me, guys. I'm kidding. Be careful of the scammers out there, guys. My scammers are prolific, guys. They are absolutely insane, and they're almost impossible to get rid of. So be careful. I will never, ever ask you for money. I might DM you. If you DM me, I might answer you, but I'll never ask you for money or a seed phrase or anything like that. So just be careful. People have gotten scammed from fake Frankie Candles accounts, and they're really, really clever with the way they name it. It's almost unidentifiable. So be careful. The only thing I'll do if I'm in a message with you is talk to you and say, what's up? I'm never going to ask you to give me anything other than a wallet address to send money to, never a seed phrase, just a wallet address or a physical address to send you your giveaway. So there you go. Please be careful. It breaks my heart when people get scammed because obviously it's some scammer doing the scam, but it's like I just feel bad that like they got tricked by something that was even involving my name. So it's like I feel horrible about it. So please be careful out there. But anyway, continuing on here, your weekly red dot has been confirmed for quite some time. VWAP on your 2-day is starting to roll back to the upside, and then your daily is printing that green dot. I do think, guys, if I had to guess, unless we get some kind of an insane meltdown here, which is not impossible, this would be, let's just continue on here a little bit. It's just a steady stair step down for FTM on the 1 hour. But let's go ahead and pull our volume. I'm going to pull some volume from here to here, sitting right at that value area low, very similar to H-bar. Look, again, honestly, guys, a lot of these altcoins are going to look very similar, right? You have your higher lows, right? Little low, little higher low. You got your lows, your lower lows. You're getting those bull divs starting to form on the 4 hour. 2 hours, same deal. Looking to print this 2-hour bull div very, very soon. If you were able to catch some bullish confirmations down here and get into a potential long position, I would be looking at a potential move up through this kind of a low volume gap up to our next level of high volume, which does come in at about 43 cents. Let's see where our local golden pocket is. Let me pull it from the high to the low. Coming in at about 43, almost 44 cents. So I would look, if you do get a move up, I would look for a potential move into that blue box, which would give you a potential. It's a 10% move back up to not even just the local golden pocket would be a 10% move. That is a tradable move. I'm not telling you to get into a long position. I'm not saying that. I am not going to enter a trade right now. I have to wait for more confirmations, but just saying, if you could get your confirmations and get into a trade here, and we do wind up getting a move up, even if you just get to the bottom of this golden pocket, that would give you a nice little 10% move. So definitely, and again, you're at support. You're starting to form some bull divs. Money flow is really the only iffy thing here, right? It's coming out on the 1 hour. 30-minute is starting to kind of come up. Things are just, I'd like to see money flow really start to come up a little bit, but that 4 hour bull div might be a good thing to look for. But there you go. There is Phantom, kind of how it's looking very similar to Bitcoin, to be 100% honest with you. ADA or Algo? Oh, baby. That's a hard question. I will say, let's see. I don't know. Somebody help me. Algo. I'm picking Algo. It's kind of a hard decision. I have both. I'm stacking ADA and Algo on dips no matter what. So yeah, I don't really have a strong preference. I just buy them both. Let's see. Recommended said, people always trying to fondle my tips. Let's go. Shout out to you, brother. Let's see. There's a scammer on Discord using your name and photo. Frankie Candles 9168 Crypto Druid. Thank you for that, bro. Tony D. Maybe shout out to Tony D or at mods. I don't know if we Johnny B Crypto 4 hour VWAP on the way up. Let's go. All right, let's continue on here and take a look at our next coin, which is ironically I don't know if D Petty Crypto is saying he'd rather buy ADA or if he's letting me know that ADA is the next coin we're looking at. But I'm going to go ahead and check that chat at the top. Casper, a lot of people want to see Casper lately. This is probably one of my #1 requested altcoins to look at. Hey, last time we looked at it, we must have found this level here that we came down and tapped to $1. Guys, if you can find these sniper levels, I will say this. I don't remember the last time we looked at Casper. I don't remember the context of what we were looking at. I don't know where this level came from, but I will say this. The way we find these levels, if you know how to find sniper levels, it like does a lot of the work for you, right? Because if you know you have a key level that you're expecting a strong bounce on, right? Any level I look at that I hold as an important level and I say, hey, if we come down to this level, this is, if we come to this level, I'm expecting at least some form of a reaction. If I consider it a solid level, we're likely going to get some kind of a reaction off of it, right? So I don't know where this level came from. We could probably figure it out in a second, but we came down. What kind of bounce was this? Just off of that level. All right, it's a 3% move, right? So, you come down, you tap these levels to almost $1, get these little bounces. Just the importance of finding key levels. Again, like just having really strong key levels and knowing how to find these levels is a big part of the battle, right? Because, or a big part of the TA battle, right? Like finding levels is like one of the most, rather buy ADA. Shout out to T Petty. I got you. But finding these key levels, it really is like a big part of the TA game, right? I would say trading, I was talking about this today with Tony. Actually, it's probably a teachable moment, right? Because it's you guys know that I don't like giving signals, right? And there's a reason for that. And the reason is because the TA is only part of the game. It's honestly not even it's not even the most important part of the game. People think that the goal of trading is Crypto Anon says I'd rather buy XRP. Dang, that's a hard. It's like hard. Algo, ADA, or XRP. I'm kind of torn. I wouldn't buy XRP just because I have the most out of all three of those. I have the most XRP, so I'd want to stack up my other bags. But yeah, guys, let me know what you would rather. I mean, everyone's saying it anyway. Let me know in the chat what you would rather buy. ADA, Algo, or if it's not any of those, let me know what coin you would rather buy. I'm actually curious. But just so you guys understand, totally forgot what we were talking about. Totally lost sense here. But finding the key levels are super important. TA is only a small battle, right? People think that if they could just figure out how to best predict if price is going up or down, they're going to win trades. That's not the case, guys. You could be amazing at TA. You could be the best technical analyst. You could be right 80% of the time. If you don't have your psychology down, if you don't have your trading psychology down, your emotions under control, your risk management under control, you're going to lose money no matter how good you are at TA. TA is I would argue, guys, this might be controversial. It's like a lot of trading is not TA. Like knowing the TA, I would argue, is out of all the other really important stuff, maybe the least important, right? Because it's more about managing the trade. I actually gave Tony a signal the other day. It was on an altcoin short. I gave him the setup and I said, this is a trade signal. Take this. And obviously, I know Tony. If he lost money, like we're friends. He works with me. Like I could, I'm not worried about Tony losing a trade that I give him, right? And I was basically experimental. I said, just take this. This is a signal. Take this trade. And the trade I was in played out perfect. It didn't play. It's still playing out right now. It was an altcoin short. But he got stopped out, right? Because his not that his risk management was bad, it was just different, right? I had a little higher risk tolerance, so my stop loss was a little higher. So price wicked up, tried to stop everybody out. I didn't get stopped out, and the trade wound up continuing to play out, and I wound up winning the trade. And because Tony had a little bit of a tighter stop loss, he got wicked out, went to check the trade, and he was stopped out, and he missed it out. He missed out. He lost the trade, right? And that just goes to show you, two people can take the same trade and get different results, right? And now, granted, even if he did put my stop loss, the exact stop loss I had, if he didn't have his emotions under control and price went up to go wick everybody out and that stop hunt was happening, if he didn't have his emotions under control, he might have just closed the trade early where I would have maybe known. I'm not saying that he doesn't know this. I'm using him as an example, guys. But I'm just saying, he might have not had if he was trading with his emotions, he would have gotten scared on that stop hunt and he would have closed out the trade, but he actually got stopped out. But he could have, if he didn't have the emotion under control, he could have stopped out early and pulled out of the trade, where if I was more of an experienced trader, I would have just sat there with my stop loss and just trusted my TA and stayed in the position. So perfect example of how two people can take the same exact trade and get different results. It's not about, I told him, I said, this is going down, short it. Why would his trade not play out and mine play out? It's because it has a lot less to do with knowing if it's going to go up or down than people realize. Obviously, that is important, but it's not the most important part, and I want to be very clear about that. Just wanted to say that. Shout out to Tony D. Yeah, we're just, you keep him in a cage and nuked his trade? Dude! Crane C, that made me laugh, bro. Oh, you could see me, so I don't have to say that. But you saw me laugh. Yeah. Now get in your cage. Now take this garbage trade. Did you get liquidated? No, I got stopped out at a small loss. Get into another 100x short. I want you liquidated. I'm just kidding, guys. Our days in the office are much quieter than that, honestly. All my outgoing energy and talkativeness goes on this stream, guys. Mostly throughout the day in the office, you guys would walk past me in my office and go, who the heck is that guy? As I am literally just zoned into the computer. Super funny. People are shocked when they see that I'm this energetic and talkative on stream. Frank is the man. He sent me... Tyler Durden said, Frank's the man. He sent me a friend request while streaming. What a beast. He's kidding, guys. It's a scammer. Tyler, take care of that guy. Hey, guys, that's what we do. We just send the scammers, hey, I know a guy that wants to send you a Bitcoin so you can send him too. His name's Tyler Durden. And then Tyler goes and talks to him. And for some reason, we never hear from the scammer again. I don't know what Tyler does to them. We don't ask the Mafia questions. We don't ask questions. But anyway, guys, let's go ahead and take a look at Casper here. That was a little bit of a drawn-out tangent, but I think it is very, very, very important. Shout out to Melissa. Melissa Santiago says, first headline morning show today. She was my first alt. Okay. Oh, shout out to Christopher. He says, so accurate. I was in another trading group with signals and would take huge L's. Ended up blowing up my account because I thought following blindly would get me there. Hashtag lesson learned. Good God, Christopher, I'm pinning that comment, bro. Well, actually, I'm not gonna because it's gonna mess up the altcoin post. But, dude, Yes. See, this is why we don't do signals. It does not teach you how to trade. It teaches you, basically all it is a quick money grab. Hey, come into my group. I'll give you signals. And then by the time everyone gets wrecked, they cancel their membership, but the person who did it already made out like a bandit, right? It's an absolute, and I'm not saying that they can never work. I think it's really just, it depends on who it is, right? You have to understand how to manage a trade, how to manage risk, how to trade without emotion. In that case, maybe you could get it going and you could get it, find it somewhat profitable. But to be honest, I have never really heard of anybody being like, yeah, I just joined the signals group and I press buy when they tell me to buy and I press sell when they tell me to sell and I made a living. I've never met one person who's done that ever in my life, ever. Right? And that's why we don't do signals. So shout out to you, bro. Christopher, thank you, guys. Take that as a learning lesson, guys. Don't learn that lesson the hard way. Learn from Christopher. Shout out to Christopher. We're sorry you had to learn the hard way, but hey, now look at all the people you're able to help. Shout out to Christopher. I appreciate you bringing that up, bro. But let's go ahead and continue on. Let's see. Hamza said take some live trades. Yes, so we do show live trades. I haven't shown a live trade in a while, guys, and to be 100% honest, the reason for that is we've had a big change on the channel. As we brought Tony on full-time, we have a lot of new stuff that we started up. So we're undergoing a lot of change on the channel. So we've there's only so much you can focus on when you're building a brand like this. But that is like number one. Like we've had to just pull away from certain things to put energy in other places. But it's coming back, guys. We actually already solved a lot of the problems. So we are going to be starting to show a lot more live trades very, very soon. We did show a lot, and then we kind of pulled back just because things got super hectic. But they are coming back. They are coming back very, very soon. And we're going to start showing them even more than we used to. So, but anyway, let's go ahead and take a look at Casper, guys. Again, I don't know where these levels came from, but they do seem to be holding up. So I'm just going to go ahead and clear the chart. Whoops, that's not what I wanted to do. Let's go ahead and clear the chart and take a fresh look at Casper, the friendly ghost. So here we go, right? Taking a look at our weekly time frame. Do you have the red dot? Basically no information on your weekly, but you are looking to print a red dot. D Petty said, okay, D-Gens and ladies, I got a jet. Shout out to D Petty Crypto, bro. I don't know if you're coming tomorrow, but if you don't, it's all good. We'll catch you next time. But if you do, I'm super pumped to meet you, bro. But taking a look here, VWAP coming to the downside. Basically, Caspers had an absolutely insane past, call it 11 weeks. Pretty crazy, just only up action in the past 11 weeks. VWAP coming to the downside, looking for the red dot on the weekly, which will likely cool you off. Red dot on that 6-day is starting to print, as you get that red candle. Taking a look at your 5-day red dot, also printing. Your 4-day red dot's printing. There you go. Higher time frames, definitely looking a little bit overheated. Oh, God, man. I wish I saw this. Well, there you go. Bearish divergence starting to print on your 4-day time frame here, guys. This is, it's a high time frame for a bear div. This is not the strongest div, but if you come down to the 3-day, you could see you had a much cleaner divergence. Bearish divergence, that is. Or actually, you did not have your higher highs on your price action. So never mind that. More of an exaggerated divergence there, but that red dot on the 4- and 5-day printing is likely to give you some form of a cool-off. Taking a look at your 2-day, red dot confirmed. VWAP looking like it wants to roll back over to the upside. Daily VWAP starting to curve up as well. A little too soon to give any kind of a strong signal. Your 10-hour is looking for a green dot somewhat soon here. We're going to pull some levels in a second. Yeah, I mean, it's looking very similar to a lot of the other things, guys. So let's come to the 4-hour. I'm going to pull a little bit of volume. Let's pull some... Where do we want to pull it from? Let's pull it from here. Boom. So there you go, right? Came down to your value area low, got that bounce into your POC. Kind of a similar situation I see playing out in a lot of things. Shout out to Recommended. Said I was slow on the like, buddy. Sorry, she's in. Shout out to you, bro. I appreciate you. Shout out to Recommended. Yeah, there you go, right? Came down to our lows, got to bounce up into that POC, starting to test that point of control here. And I would just, honestly, for Casper, guys, I'd play this range, right? You're at the POC. I don't like taking trades at the POC, but Yeah, I don't like taking trades at the middle of a range. However, if we get that bounce, if we get above that POC and we can flip this to support, that is where I would expect a move back up to our value area high, coming in at about 0.042 cents. And if we get a rejection, I would expect to come down to actually come tap that value area low, which may be able to, give you a little bit of support to give you another bounce to the upside. But right now, if I was looking to trade this, I personally would wait to either come back down to the low or come up to the high to look for shorts at the highs or longs from the lows. But that green dot on your 4-hour is starting to print. Could, again, start giving you that move to the upside. Is Bitcoin pumping yet? Yeah, a little bit. Getting a little pop ski. That little 2-hour bull div starting to print there. 4-hour green dot still lagging a bit behind. Dang. All right. Back to Casper. Those are the levels I would be watching, guys. Value area low coming in at about 0.0375 cents. POC coming in at about 0.039 cents. And then your value area high coming in at about 0.042 cents. So there you go, guys. Those are the levels I would watch. But again, wouldn't really be looking to trade this unless we can come back to the value area low or back up to the value area high. So there you go. That is how I'm feeling on Casper, guys. Again, green dot confirmed on your 2-hour. 3-hour green dot is printing. Again, we did come down to support. You did get the green dots. Finding that support, getting a little bit of a bounce. Not too shocking. But those are the levels I would watch on Casper, guys. Shout out to whoever asked for that. And shout out to anybody who asked for the merch. Thank you, Rob, bro. You were on point, man. Cozy Babe was looking for that merch. There you go. Rob just dropped that link for you if you want to go ahead and check it out. Donato Cabrera says consensually touch the like button. Just a little touch. Let's see. Big shout out to yourself, Frankie. You're awesome. The Crypto Reaper. I appreciate that, bro. Thank you so much for that nice comment, man. I appreciate those kind of comments go way farther than you guys think. So yeah, shout out to the Crypto Reaper. I appreciate you, man. And hey, you're awesome for giving me a shout out. I shout out people all the time, but Crypto Reaper being here giving me shouts out. So shout outs. Shout out to you, bro. I appreciate you, man. Thank you so much. All right, let's go ahead and continue on. I'm my hero. Get that pump on, baby. Let's go. Shout out to you, bro. All right, continuing on here. How long have we been going for? We got 871 people still in the chat, guys. Going for that 850 likes. If you guys want that merch giveaway, or maybe it's a BitLab trading indicator giveaway, or maybe it's a free month of the premium Discord. Either way, we got to get that 850 likes to get that on the wheel. So let's go ahead and Bubba's Crypto says warm fuzzies. Let's go. Shout out to Bubba's Crypto. Love you, bro. Cause I can bump it said hashtag value. I appreciate you, bro. Let's go. Get your uncooked spaghetti. Get your uncooked lasagna. And start taking your note. Dip your spaghetti in your marinade, right? Your marinara sauce, your marinade, as I like to say. Dip your uncooked spaghetti in the marinade like a quill, and go ahead and write your notes on your uncooked lasagna. I don't think anyone gets that, but hey, let's go. I'm drowning in the sauce, Crypto Main. Shout out to you, bro. But guys, without further ado, let's go ahead and check out AGIX. Let's check it out. Tether US. Bing bong. Let's go. Bing bong. Okay. Here we go. 4-hour green dot printing. Money flow in the red. But 4-hour green dot printing. Can't hate on that too much. Oh, hang on a second. Hold up. Let's see. 2x short. KuCoin Tether. Okay. Hold up. Okay. I was going to say. Okay, never mind. Okay, so taking a look here at AGIX. Taking a look at the weekly. Red dot is confirmed. 5-day red dot is confirmed. 4-day VWAP rejected at that 0 line. 3-day VWAP rejected at the 0 line. 10-hour VWAP coming up. I mean, this looks the same as everything else. 4-hour green dot printing. The alts are front-running Bitcoin lately, guys. I'm not going to lie. Julio says, do you flick your noodles on the wall to check if they stick? I throw my macaroni on the wall. I don't know what noodles are, but I throw my macaroni on the wall to see if it sticks. Absolutely. Shout out to Julio. You're funny, bro. Panda Punch in the chat. What is going on? I don't know how to say your name, my friend. I apologize, but Saadik. I don't know if I said that right, but shout out to you, bro. He says, bro, take it slow. Get some breath. I appreciate that, bro. I appreciate that. I'm from New York, though. I talk really fast. I go really fast. I'm just excited about what I'm doing, so we talk really fast. But shout out to you, bro. Sometimes I need to be told to breathe. But let's go ahead and continue on. Continuing on here, looking at AGIX, I would look for a potential rejection, right? Because we didn't come down to our value area low here. Actually, may want to pull this a little deeper. Let me pull this. Yeah, I'm going to pull this. Pull it from all the way back here. Yeah, so this is a little bit, this is a little bit better of a volume pull here. Yeah, so green dot printing, we did come down close to that value area low, and we are now sitting on top of that POC. I would look to hold that POC. If this 4-hour green dot can help you hold that POC and get a bounce, yeah, this is what I would be looking for. You got to hold that POC coming in at about 41 cents. 2-hour, you know, we do not have the bullish divergences on AGIX. I will say that kind of makes me feel a little bit less bullish for AGIX than a lot of these other things. But yeah, let's see what the 30 minutes doing. Yeah, great. It's starting to roll over. I don't know. I will say this doesn't look as strong. This doesn't look like it's looking for as strong of a bounce off these lows as some of this other stuff looks like, where we're getting bullish confirmations at those lows. So yeah, this one's a little harder to read. Again, for the next big move up, I would really, if this 4-hour green dot does not give you a move up, I would look for maybe something like this, where your momentum wave comes up a little bit and then comes back down, makes a higher low, and then price kind of does one of these where you can get another bull div. But yeah, this does not look as bullish as a lot of other things that yeah, it just doesn't look as good as a lot of other things. I will say that. But these are the levels I would look at. Zooming out a bit here, you could see, like, these lows. I'm going to draw this as a zone, guys. Like, this value area low all the way, I would say, like, just basically, like, right here. If we lose this blue box, you have quite a fall off in volume here, right? You do have some levels here at about 32 cents, at about 27 cents. You do have some of these levels. However, this is mostly a volume gap, basically up into this level where you had these highs rejection. You see how that lines up with your big high volume node. So that is kind of what I would be looking for. If you get a break into this blue box and you don't get a big bounce out, I would look for a breakdown, retest, and then an absolute, a potential complete free fall through this low volume gap to revisit your level right here at about 22 cents. So that is what I would be looking at for AGIX. Again, not feeling as hot on this as a lot of other like Bitcoin. Bitcoin looks a little better on at that value area low. It looks like it's finding support a little bit better. So yeah, doesn't look as good on AGIX. And with all that being said, guys, we still got 809 people in the chat. So close. 765 likes, guys. 850 likes is the goal to get that giveaway or that extended bigger giveaway prize on the wheel. So get us to 850, guys. I really want to give away a free month of Discord or some free indicators. So let's get there and let's try to give somebody from the CandleMafia something that they already know they deserve. So let's go ahead, guys. With that being said, I do think that is all the time we have for tonight. We've been going for about 2 hours here, baby, where we do it every single night. But don't worry, guys, if we did not cover your altcoin, if we didn't look at Algo, we didn't look at OP, XRP, Anchor, or VeChain, but don't worry, we will be looking at those tomorrow. I'm actually wondering, hey, Tony, because you're the one that put the altcoins at the top of the chat, let's just go ahead and start rolling the altcoins over into the next day. So we didn't look at Algo, OP, XRP, Anchor, or VeChain. Tomorrow, we will start with those, and then the requests that we get tomorrow will go on the tail end of that list. That's a new thing. I just made it up. Executive order. Let's do that. That way, anyone watching right now, if you're still interested in what we think about your coin tomorrow, you could come in and know, hey, I know OP was second on the altcoin list last night, so I know if I watch tonight, I know we're getting OP as long as they do the altcoins coins, which we do every single night. So there we go. Shout out to the Candle Mafia, guys. And with all that being said, 785 likes, 850 is the goal. Bing bong, let's get it, baby. I know we could get there. I believe in you guys. But with all that being said, guys, let's go ahead and spin that wheel of pain and pleasure. And if we get that, you guys have until we finish spinning the wheel to get that 850 likes. So there you go. You got about 3 minutes to get that in there. Let's go. Shout out to 30% off code for your plus CBD vitamins, guys. If you're looking for sleeping aid. I don't know what they're advertising this as, but hey, I'm just kidding. Anyway, here we go. So as of right now, guys, we got 7 spins. So in 7 spins, can we get 850 likes, guys? On the count of 3. Thank you, Rob. I appreciate you, brother. Thanks, Frankie. The sauce was perfecto per usual this evening. Shout out to Bubba's Crypto. Bubba's. Hey, I just want to say, Bubba's, I feel like I don't say this enough. I love you, bro. You're in here all the time. Pretty sure you were like, well, I'm pretty sure you were in my first stream, bro. Shout out to you. I appreciate you so much, bro. You know, some of the people in the Mafia have been around forever. Like, a lot of these people have been around since absolute day one, which is the coolest thing in the world, and I love that you guys are still here. So shout out to Bubba's Crypto, and shout out to everybody. Creighton C, Flat Smack, Donato Cabrera, also a few OGs in here. Because I can pump it. Shout out to you, bro. Shout out to the Biomex. Biomex, you've been in here forever, bro. Zakir, shout out to you. Wolfman and my Crypto, Super OG, Learning. Shout out to you as well. Let's see. Hey, Cozy. Shout out to you, bro. Cozy Babe says, feels at home for once. Shout out to you, bro. Love you, Frankie. Hashtag OG. Shout out to Bubba's Crypto. Wick, what is going on, Wick? He says, dang, just in time to see Frankie sign off before he goes practicing his ping pong. Hey, how'd you know I was a professional ping pong player? I'm in the ATL. It's the ATL PPL. I call it the PPL because I don't like calling it the PP League. I'm in the ATL, Atlanta, PP League. They call it the PP League, and I just don't like that. It's misleading. I am in the Atlanta PP League, but it's a little misleading. So I like to call it the PPL, the ping pong, or just the ping pong league. But it is called the Atlanta PP League. So I'm in the PP League, guys. Anyway, I don't know why I'm like this, guys. Let's see. We got 817 likes. We got a few spins to go. We still got a little bit of time, guys. Don't forget, tomorrow we will be uploading that Lux Algo setup, that Lux Algo best settings. And I'll be clear, guys. I call them the best settings. They're my personal favorite settings that I find this setup is absolutely overpowered. But I call it the best settings. But just understand, if you have settings that you use and work for you, don't try to fit a square peg in a round hole. You don't have to use what I use, right? If it works better for you to look at it the way you're looking at it, do it that way. But I highly recommend you guys definitely check out this video because this setup has been doing really well. But anyway, Frankie's the GOAT of TA. Push that like button. Donato Cabrera, I appreciate you, bro. And shout out, is anybody else in a PP League? I didn't know that's what they called them, but hey. Well, let's go. Here we go. Give them a giveaway, baby. Let's go. Here, last spin, guys. We need 40. We need 40. No, what do we need? We need 30 likes, guys. I'll give you one more spin, baby. Smash that like button. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 out of 7 giveaways, guys. You got 6 out of 7. That's a high hit rate. That's a profitable strategy right there. That's a profitable trading strategy for sure. Let's see. You guys are funny. Shout out to Creighton C. Bing to the bong and bong to the bing, to the bing, to the bong to the bing. Shout out to Recommended. Which way is the schlong going for the PP League? Oh, God, what did I start here? Wow, 8 giveaways out of 7 out of 8 giveaways, guys. Add it to the wheel, but we were so close to that 850 likes, guys. But we didn't get it, guys. I think it's because, I'm kind of torn, right? Because I think we've been lacking on the likes a little. Oh, wait. Oh, no. Yeah, you guys saw me spin the wheel. Okay, I thought I didn't share my screen, but I forgot I hit the button. But yeah, we've been lacking on the likes a little bit lately. But I think it's because I don't call to it as much. But I also, it's hard for me to focus on that many things. So I'm going to try to call to it more. Try to get you guys this giveaway. But hey, maybe on a stream in the near future, if we hit our like goal, we will add that extra giveaway to the wheel. I know a lot of people ask, we always give away crypto. We always give away merch. Not every week we don't give away merch, but like we always give away crypto. We give away merch all the time. But we haven't, I kind of want to juice it up, right? I just want to give away like one thing that's like worth a decent bit, right? So, and our crypto bags are pretty good. I think like one of the winners last week got like 50 ADA or something, which like, it's not going to make you rich. I mean, maybe if ADA rips, it might make you rich, but you're not going to get rich right away. But like, it's a pretty sizable bag to get for free, to be 100% honest. I would take a 50 free ADA. I don't care. Send it to me. But I want to try to work in some of these bigger giveaways, something like a free month of the premium Discord, something like a subscription to the BitLab trading suite, stuff like that. But with all that being said here, guys, let me go ahead and pull that chat back up. I appreciate all of you guys for tuning in on tonight's stream. Shout out to the CandleMafia, guys. Bear market problems. Likes will be back. Shout out to Bubba's Crypto. Let's go. Listen. The fact that we even get the likes that we get is it continues to blow my mind. Every single night I get off these streams, guys, and I'm like, wow. It's like something we built, especially in a bear market, is absolutely crazy. We get the likes. We get happy cry. Let's go. Shout out to Cozy Babe. Shout out to Brian Peterson. He says best channel. Shout out to you guys. You guys are the best. But really, every time I end this stream, I really do think I'm like, man, like, these people show up every day, and that's why I show up, and we kill it with the likes. We don't hit the 850 all the time, but it's hard, right? It's a bear market. You make a really good point. But the bull market will be absolutely crazy, and hey, tomorrow, we'll just have to try for 850 again. We're going to get that free month of Discord or those BitLab trading stacks in one of your hands, one way or another, even if we have to rig the system in your favor. But with all that being said, guys, don't forget, we are at a key level of support with some bullish signals starting to form, so be careful. We could be getting a bounce here, but if not, now you guys know those key levels we're watching to the downside where I will flip my longer-term bullish sentiment and start to put on those bear ears. And hey, I feel a little bit more comfortable in the bear ears than the bull horns anyway. But with all that being said, guys, that's all the time I got for tonight. Thank you so much for spending your time with us here tonight. We'll be back here tomorrow doing 2 hours of TA as we do every single weekday at 5:45 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Same place, same time, 5:45 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, right after ATP. Shout out to my boy DZ. Messed up the outro once again, but hey, I think my outro is a messed up outro. I don't have a solid outro because I change it a little bit every single time. Hasta pasta, CandleMafia. I love each and every single one of you guys. I'll see you tomorrow, same place, same time, 5:45 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, right after our boy DZ. That's all I got. Frankie Candles out. Bing bong.
Tyler Ramos.
Wick, Wick, 589. Wait, hang on. You're missing something, dude. Hang on. Hold up. You said you're missing something, bro. You forgot your 30% discount code for Lux Algo. I'm kidding, but not really. Guys, just so you know, don't forget, if you're interested in Lux Algo, take advantage of the 30% off discount. Again, link and discount code in the description down below. It's a limited time. I actually have to check how limited it is. I think it's like 1 or 2 weeks. So you'll have this week or maybe next week, but I'm not 100% sure. I will have more information for you tomorrow. But the 30% off is gonna be limited, so check that out in the description down below. But I was just trying to figure out something that I could say you forgot, Wick, because I saw you in chat. He said, I feel like we're missing something, and you are. You're missing this, Wick. This is really what you're missing, bro. We didn't light our coconut mahogany Frankie Candles TA candle for the stream today. So there you go. Now the candle ritual has been completed. And with all that being said, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Same place, same time, 5:45 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, right after ATV. Shout out to DZ. Hasta pasta. Frankie Candles out. Bing bong.
Tyler Ramos. Tyler Ramos.